Danger, danger ahead, slippery slopes, stay away. Now, I don't mean the type of slippery slope sign when there's an actual slippery slope. I mean a slippery slope argument. As an American born and raised here, I have a deep-rooted connection to the Constitution since it represents the principles as to what is to expect from a democracy. The 15th Amendment to the United States Constitution prohibits the federal government and each state from denying a citizen the right to vote based on the citizen's race, color, or previous condition of servitude. Yet, many Americans are still arrested and convicted for these characteristics. Therefore, restoring the right to vote to those incarcerated should go along with the 15th Amendment. Americans may see it as common sense that you lose your right when you're imprisoned, but in many democracies, prisoners actually retain the right to vote for the following reasons. Prisoners are neither more nor less likely rational than anyone else who is allowed to vote. The political system needs these perspectives of these prisoners. And lastly, it prevents us as a country from falling down a slippery slope. A slippery slope is an argument in which a party asserts a relatively small first step leads to a chain of events in a significant effect. People who are in jail are paying the price to society, but this shouldn't take away their right to participate in democracy. According to the Sentencing Project by Ms. Arrett, as of 2016, 6.1 million people were denied the right to vote to current or previous felony convictions. Of this total, 1.3 million were incarcerated in state or federal prisons. This means more and more Americans are being denied the right to vote. Following people in prison to vote would both benefit public safety goals and enhance the 21st century democracy. It allows them to express their experiences and how they can be altered for better. It allows insight into perspectives that are not publicly expressed. We should allow those incarcerated and previously incarcerated to be allowed to vote. The definition of a democracy is a system of government by the whole population or a small eligible members of the state. Typically, those elected through representatives. You can help by going out to vote yourself. Now, according to Bernie Sanders, U.S. Senator, quoted in 2019, Sanders says, "I believe they're in jail and they're paying the price to society, but that shouldn't take away their inherent American right to participate in democracy. Being an American means having rights and protection that is guaranteed under the Bill of Rights. You may disagree in allowing incarcerated people to vote, but these people have an intimate relationship with the law, and bringing those experiences to a booth can further improve these facilities. After all, oil company executives, labor union members, and religious leaders have expertise and opinions and life experiences that they also bring to the voting booth. Those who vote are trying to invoke change for the better and improvement. Prisoners are neither more nor less rational than anyone else who is allowed to vote. There was a time where women weren't allowed to vote, nor African Americans, nor people who were poor or illiterate. Not allowing these people to vote only grew as like a national embarrassment over time. Not allowing these people to vote will only worsen the political system. According to Bozecco, an author and former incarcerated, inmates have so little political power that has allowed them to be victimized and killed in poorly managed facilities with virtually no political repercussions for those who have designed, funded, and essentially essentially administered these current systems. Without these inmates' experiences, how are we supposed to be able to account for those actions? As of 2016, the incarcerated population accounted for 2.3 million people. Prisoners are neither more or less rational than anyone else who is allowed to vote. The political system needs these perspectives in order to invoke change and improvement. Now, registering to vote at elections, vote on propositions will help take action as this democracy. By allowing someone not to vote, it's like running down a slippery slope. A democracy is by definition a system of a government by the whole population. And as of 2016, 2.3 million people of that population were incarcerated.